How y'all doing? Sunday morning. Right? Sunday, right? Oh. Football day. You guys are here to see us.
We get them home in time for the first game of the day, so.
Yeah, it's still early, right? Who's playing right now? Seahawks.
Hold on to that, huh? Hold on to the hometown team?
Yeah, man. I mean, great team. How can you not? Finally.
Pretty good team. Pretty good team.
Worth the wait.
Who's your team?
Giants, man.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible this year. Terrible. Jets. They'll get better. They'll get better.
It's tough. Tom Morgan, where are we, sir?
1 minute 20 seconds.
1 minute 20 seconds, fellas, and we are going live.
Yeah, I know. That's the key. That is the key.
And no swearing, people, please. This is live.
Yeah, there's no delay on this, guys. So whatever's gonna happen, and there's no taking it back.
That'll be on Kevin.
Yeah, I did get around to that in the car on the way over. By the way, just a little heads up.
Check.
So I have the power.
Thank you.
To swear, right? Swear and you can't stop it.
No, I
have
cannot.
the power.
I have no power to stop it. I can just giggle about it while apologizing later.
Get the checkbook out.
How much can I get you guys fined? I can rack up a bill right now, couldn't I?
You don't touch someone.
Good Sunday afternoon. We are Rock 93.3. My name is Rock Harris. Welcome to a special edition of The Rock Show. We are here in the Newburgh Toyota Performance Studio in front of a live audience. As promised, I have with me some guests this afternoon. A bunch of strangers who I never met before. I have no idea how they got into the building. And my good friend and our afternoon guy on Rock 93.3, Scotty Perry. Scotty.
What's happening, Rock? Good morning. Happy Sunday, and happy Sunday to everybody in our live studio audience. How you all doing this morning? All right, joining me on stage, we got three guys here, Kevin, Peter, and Sean, and they make up a band called Candlebox. You guys familiar with them, huh? They're going to be playing the Chance tonight along with Hinder, so you guys will get to see them here up close and personal, and then later again tonight at the Chance. So without further ado, guys, are you all ready to rock here?
We are. How are you?
I'm well, man. How you guys doing tonight?
We're good.
Thanks for coming in, man. That's huge on a Sunday morning. Thank God Seattle doesn't play till later.
God's lazy day. We're here.
That's it, man. That's good.
Where'd you guys play last? Where were you guys last show?
Hampton Beach Casino, up New Hampshire there.
All right, overnight trip then? Overnight on the bus.
Yeah.
Any sleep?
Oh yeah.
You guys learn how to do that?
Yeah, we've learned over the years.
I know I found you in an alley this morning, but that was
that's
my
a
plan,
whole
right?
other story. We don't talk about that.
Nice. So we got a couple songs we're gonna do today, right?
Yeah. We'll play a couple songs. We'll chat. Whatever you want to do, man.
Scotty's got some questions for you.
Yes, I do, but you guys wanted to get right into the music first, isn't that correct?
Doesn't matter to us. However you
All
like
right,
to do it.
let's do it then. Let's do some music
All
first.
right,
Let's give these people, they've been waiting for a while, so.
In the Newburgh Toyota Performance Studio on the Pepsi Max stage from Bud Light and Davis Furniture, a Rock 93.3 exclusive. It's Candlebox.
Makes me see, lately I've been running blind, babe. I've been losing sleep, and I wanna go home. Hey, but it feels like lightning's wasting time for you. Counting the days till I'm gonna be struck. You might love very bad, rolling on it, on it, oh. There's still something you got about you, baby. Oh, you never see what I see. Oh, you the gravity pulling me out of this place. Oh, never, no, no, no. Oh, you're mine. You're a sweet, sweet summertime lover. You're a sweet, sweet summertime lover. You're my sweet, sweet summertime lover. You ain't never gonna see what I see now. You're a sweet, sweet summertime lover. You're my sweet, sweet summertime lover. You're my sweet, sweet summertime lover.
That is our special guest here on Rock 93.3 in the Newburgh Toyota Performance Studio. It's Candlebox. I'm Rock Harrison. I'm just one lucky guy today, along with all the rest of you.
Dude, you ain't kidding, man. Holy cow.
I just trip into this stuff. That's my friend Scotty Perry. Scotty, let's find some stuff out about these guys.
Well, I got one question we got to tackle right away off the top. Woodstock 94 was probably the biggest musical event here in this area. You know, Saugerties is about, what, 45 minutes away, Mr. Harris?
47 minutes, 22 seconds.
Okay, but who's counting anyway? And you guys were part of the New Talent Night, that Friday night of Woodstock. And
Talent, I love that.
that was fantastic. I was looking really forward to seeing you guys that night, and you guys did not disappoint. Let me ask you something. What was it like when you first walked out there to that crowd? How'd you feel? What was the feeling at that moment?
It was breathtaking. I was explaining earlier when we were driving here that they wouldn't allow you to watch the other bands because of the way the stage would move. It had to spin, and so they didn't want any issues with bands coming out and watching other bands and seeing what's going on out there. So when that stage turned, when we were on there, and there's 200,000 people, it was really just kind of, I mean, I looked out and the purple lights, and you know, it was just amazing. It was breathtaking, man. It was a beautiful thing.
Awesome. Now I got a question. That night you wore a special shirt. Madonna, Truth or Dare. What was the point of that? Why'd you do that?
Well, you know, we had just signed to Maverick Records the year before, and they were sponsoring. They were being sponsors of us and in our career, and big supporters. And I knew she was watching the show, so I just wanted to give her some props and say, hey, thanks for, you know, getting us to where we're at. And she
awesome.
loved it. We spoke the next day on the phone.
That's cool. And you guys were the pioneers on her record album, right? Madonna's?
We were, yeah.
You guys were the first band signed. Later, everybody else followed suit. Like, I think the next big one after you was, you were the first rock band. The Alanis Morissette was the next one.
Alanis, then Deftones, and
oh, wow.
and
Okay.
on and on and on.
On and on and on. So that's awesome. Now, also, too, what was that your first festival you guys ever did as the band Candlebox, or
That big.
that was the first huge mainstream one like that?
We were on tour with Metallica at the time, so we were doing a bunch of kind of the big outdoor shows with them.
Oh, sweet.
But we had done, we did a couple festivals the summer before, in '93 in Tampa. We did a thing, what was it called? I can't remember, the Hoedown or something, which was really weird. I wore a pair of overalls because it was called the Hoedown in Tampa. But yeah, we had done some festivals that, you know, were 30,000 people, whatnot, but nothing like 200 plus, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. It was pretty incredible being out there watching you guys, so I could just imagine what the view from the stage was. Now I gotta ask you really quick. So you guys are from Seattle. Now, when you guys were coming up, did you play a lot with the other Seattle bands as you guys were coming up in the '90s, or?
No, we were kind of the redheaded stepchild of Seattle.
You were the redheaded stepchild of Seattle.
Yeah, no, we knew a lot of those guys. Grew up with them, and as a matter of fact, when I moved to Seattle in 1994, I moved there from San Antonio, Texas, and went to see Soundgarden play. And Chris Cornell was playing drums, and they were a three-piece. 84 rather, sorry, yeah. What did I say, 64? 34? Back in the day when we were doing this stuff, it was cool. But no, we just kind of, we were a lot younger than the guys in Alice, the guys in Pearl Jam, the guys in Soundgarden and whatnot. We're about 6 years younger than those guys, so as they were making their careers, we were still doing our homework.
A lot of them were on tour by the time we started really working too.
Yeah.
They had put the record out in '90. You know, Pearl Jam was '90. You know, they were all kind of off doing their thing. So
Okay.
they had left the club scene long ago.
All right. Well, I just wanted to see, you know, visit Seattle.
Thanks for
maybe touch
bringing up
base,
bad
you know.
feelings.
All right. Let me ask you this: what brought you guys together as the group Candlebox?
Mutual friends, really. Scott and Kevin had a band called Uncle Duke, and a friend of ours, Kelly Gray, who ended up producing the first two records, knew these two, and I had worked a job with Kelly and knew him before, and I was looking for a gig, and the guitar player, so I introduced myself, or actually Scotty introduced me to, no, Kelly introduced me to Scotty, and then I saw Kevin walking out as I was walking in, and that was it.
He said it was great because Kelly, they were painting houses at the time, and Pete's like, I'm the best cutter there is. And,
I could take a window like no other.
he's still working for, if you guys are looking for somebody to paint your house. It's not true. But anyways, he's walking in, I'm walking out of the Vogue, and he's walking in, he's like, hey, I'm your new guitar player. And I'm like, awesome. He goes, your bass player's fired. So, that's not true, but it's an inside joke. Yeah, no, we were put together by, you know, just, I think a good group of friends and a love of music. And the first day we jammed with Pete, we wrote 3 songs. The first day that Barty came to the studio, we wrote You and Far Behind. So we knew we had something special as a band. And even though we didn't really know one another, you know, sometimes when you go to work with somebody that is just, you know, as talented or as special as you are, you make magic. And we were lucky enough to have that happen.
Awesome, man. Now I got a quick question for you here. Who were your rock and roll influences when you guys were growing up? What made you want to do the music that you're doing today?
Well, I had an older brother and sister, so 70s rock was definitely a part of my soul as a musician. I went to high school in the 80s, so I think I knew every single Iron Maiden song ever written on the guitar. You know, the metal years in the 70s, I think for me personally, if I were to reference any one band, it would be Led Zeppelin, as far as overall content of style and influence and coolness. You know, they were the band of all time.
For me, it was I was really influenced by a lot of punk rock. I grew up in San Antonio, Texas, and so my first concert was Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, and the Butthole Surfers.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty amazing for a 13-year-old kid. I did my first stage dive and hit the floor, and then Henry Rollins picked me up. And years later, we toured with Henry Rollins, and I told him that story, and he was like, I remember that show, which he does. He remembers everything. But so I grew up on punk rock, and when I moved to Seattle, I knew kind of punk rock was happening, and I had never listened to Iron Maiden, which is a trip because I bought all their records like 4 years ago. I was like, what was I wasting my time not listening to these guys? But yeah, I mean, I loved punk rock, and I fell into Candlebox, luckily, and my voice fits it, so I'm not singing in a punk band, I'm singing in a rock band, and it's cool.
That's awesome, man. And I was the same way about Iron Maiden, too. I was like, how did I miss this? What happened? Where were my 80s? What did I do? My next question for you guys, I know you guys are doing meet and greets at the shows. Are they available still for the Chance tonight? Are you doing meet and greets tonight at the Chance through your website?
Should be, yeah.
I really don't know. I mean,
I don't know if
maybe.
there's a time on it or not.
Well, anybody out there in the listening world who's not live with us right now, they can head to your website, Candlebox Rocks, and you guys have the meet and greets available, and it comes with the new CD, correct?
Yeah, you get the digital download of the new CD, which is awesome, and it's a great record. Really is. Go sweat.
So go download it when you get home.
Yeah, or illegally download it, whatever you like, just as long as you listen to it.
All right, now back to the tour questions. You guys have been on tour a lot. What was your favorite act to tour with? Hands down, who would you say?
Rush.
Best fun?
Rush, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
And why is that?
Metallica was good because it really toughened us up, I think.
Still have the scars from that.
Yeah, right? I think well, with Rush, you know, we all obviously grew up loving Rush, and Metallica too, being a metalhead in the 80s, but the difference was that Rush was very personable. Metallica was too, it's just a different vibe. You know, we would play wiffle ball with Geddy Lee and things like that, and golf and stuff like that, so it was a little different. And just to be hanging out with Alex Lifeson as a guitar player and just like playing his rig and like, you know, stop being nervous around me. I used to make him nervous because I was nervous around him, you know, he's like, stop it. So it was a lot of fun though.
They were really super generous to us on so many levels. And it's great that they got inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame finally, because they deserve it.
All right, and the final question that I have for you guys: what is your favorite song as a band? What song would you say defines your band, Candlebox? That's a deep one.
Well, if you success-wise, radio would probably be far behind in you, but personally, if you were to go through each record, I think it would be extremely different than what you think. I think the first record, No Sense to me just sums it all up. It's got a lot of mood, it's got heavy rock, it's got great vocals, lyrics, everything about it. I think today, I think one of my favorite is an idea that Sean came up with, and it's called She Come Over Me. And it kind of sets a tone right off the bat, but there's a lot of them. Breathe off of Into the Sun sets a good tone. I mean, it really depends on what mood you're in, but I think what I always liked about our band is that you have something for everybody on each record, and there's no fillers. It's all what we feel is really good music.
No fillers, just killers. We're a cool band. We like what we do, and we're cool with one another, and I think that's what each record kind of represents in the band. It's really, like Pete said, it's hard to pick one.
And now tonight, if they come out to the Chance and see you guys with Hinder, tickets are still available for 7/1/1966 at the Chance box office. A sprinkling of greatest hits and a lot off the new album, or?
It's everything from the first record except Rain and one new song. So it's our 20th anniversary of the first record, which I'm sure.
Awesome.
We're playing that in its entirety, not from top to bottom, but and then
we also have Barty, our
original bass players on the show tonight.
It's the last show. He came out for 3 shows, so you guys, if you're a huge Candlebox fan, it's a treat, because he won't be here tomorrow.
He's a lawyer. He's got a real job.
Not a house painter.
Which is, yeah, exactly.
Well, at least he didn't go become a plumber with his dad. That always works out, right?
Yeah,
that can work out. You guys got one more for us?
Yeah, man. We'd like to play You Far Behind, if that's all right.
Absolutely. One more time on Rock 93.3. It's Candlebox.
Feel free to sing along too, because it helps us out. Now maybe I didn't mean to treat you bad, but I did it anyway. So maybe some would say love was sad, yeah, but you lived it anyway. So maybe friends are standing around, they watch you crumble as you falter to the ground. And just someday, friends are standing beside you, are flying over you, are flying oh so high. And then someday people look at you, what they call it home, they watch you suffer. If you come home, then someday we can take our time, brush your leaves aside so you can reach us. Are you about to let me fall behind? Now, baby, I didn't mean to treat you oh so bad, but I did it anyway. Now, baby, some would say you're left with what you wear, but you couldn't share the pain. I know, couldn't share the pain, they watch you suffer. So maybe I could have made my own mistakes, but I live with what I know. And yeah, maybe we might share in something great. Won't you look at where you go now? Won't you look at where you go? Then someday comes tomorrow, holds a sense of what I feel for you in my mind. As you trip your
find a light. And that cold day when you lost control. Shame you left my life so soon, you should have told me. I but you left me far behind. Now maybe I didn't mean to treat you oh so bad, but I did it anyway. Now maybe some would say left me what you have. Oh, but you couldn't share the pain. Now,
Wow, it's great,
Kevin, I gotta say, man, you're definitely my second favorite vocalist. You're only second to the great Bruce Dickinson, man. Your voice just, it's fantastic, dude. One of the greatest live voices ever. Right here, make sure you get to see him tonight with Hinder and Kent, along with themselves at the Chance tonight. They're playing 4/7/1/1966. Still some tickets available, and don't forget to head to their website, candleboxrocks.com. Still some meet and greets available, along with the digital download of the new CD.
Thank you, Scotty Perry. Thank you to everybody who made this thing possible. Thank you, fellas. Great performance. Let's thank Newburgh Toyota in the Performance Studio. Let's thank our folks at Bug Light. Let's thank Davis Furniture. Let's thank Pepsi Max. Let's thank all of you guys. Give yourselves a hand for getting out here on the second floor.